We can be in the healthy body, but we are dying because we are working in the company where the boss is a manipulator. You can live in the couple where your partner is manipulator. You can be in the neighborhood where your neighbor is a manipulator. So it destroys your life. You have to live with him. So what we may do in order to live with somebody who is a manipulator? Welcome to Objective Santé, your well-being channel will allow you to know a manipulator and live with that manipulator and help him to be okay. I'm Dr. Nature. I'm going to discover that the true medicine, the disease medicine, and the health medicine. So right now we are going to know how do the healthy doctor do with the manipulator. You have a manipulator in your life. What may we do exactly in order to neutralize the dangerous part of that manipulator and to fix all the bad things it did in our society? So I advise you to watch the other videos in order to understand what I'm saying. So let's go to the second video. I talked about two stories. The first was a lady. To resolve his problem, the chief of the village sent that manipulator very far from the village because they realized that she's able to destroy that village. She is a teenager and she's able to have an evil thinking in order to separate two person, two friends will live all the time. And he did it in front of all the village. She's very master in her bad thinking, bad evil. So the chief of that village sent her very far from the village in order to avoid the destruction of her village, because the chief recognized her and able to do it. But the gentleman, the cases of the gentleman is himself the person who causes the Second World War, and the doctor near him discovered that he was sick, that gentleman, but that person, that manipulator was sick and he had some sickness around the skin. It's the badness we doesn't know is sick because he have a well thinking. And Dr. Tode Morel discovered in the time that to understand the behavior of his patient is a sick, but we cannot admit him in the hospital. What did he do exactly? When that bad person discovered Dr. Morel and call him and I call Dr. Morel to recover him. And Dr. Morel say, I can help you to recover. He say, you have not to recover, mate. You may do it. I may recover. If Dr. Moret said, I cannot, we will close the, the, the office of Dr. Morel. So Dr. said, I know that you were in the military camp where the soldiers have the same disease you have. Can I go there in order to research how to do in order to recover? It was agreeing, it's great, and he sent Dr. Moret in that military camp. Dr. Church and discover a soldier who is living among the other, but doesn't know that disease. So he took the wash of that soldier who is okay and develop the bacteria that defend that soldier immediately and transform it and give him to that manipulator to eat it, that wash, in order to develop the bacteria which are in the soldier in the same in our manipulator. It eat it and develop the bacteria we were in the soldier is okay. And it takes the nutritionist to give things the bacteria need in order to develop themselves. And they give him the things the bacteria need in order to increase. They do it and they develop that bacteria in his and correct his stomachic ache. And after a month, he recovered. So he had some sickness, disease on his skin because of his stresses. The manipulator is anxiosis. The manipulator is complexist. So he always believed those around him to feel better. So to know that is the better, you have to make suffer everybody around him because he's a manipulator. So Dr. Morel followed him and he realized that if he's very excited, it'll give him the sickness to relax. When he's all relaxed, give something other in order to excite it. And he does that during at least 8 years. But we are living with a manipulator, and you just discover that your husband, your partner is a manipulator. You have to master your manipulators because he's a sick. We don't know himself. So, though you have to know how to do in order to masters him. So, what are the methods? The manipulator is always want to be with you in order to master all your friend, all your partner. So hide yourself in order to to avoid to know you and your work. And you have to be responsible to refuse all the bad method that he would like you to do. You have to say no. Because the manipulator need to develop in order to value himself. He will is playing with you. So is art, is order. But he have the behavior like a teenager, then a teenager who is very young. That all live the manipulator. You have to avoid everything he asks you to do because that doesn't matter. The manipulator or will try to ask you to divorce. The main problem of the manipulator is always try to know how to catch you. You have to know that you have the behaviors who are difficult to know, but when he tells you he wants to divorce, when the manipulator haven't somewhere where to go, when to leave you because she doesn't know how to do after you. Is looking for the method in order to destroy you. So how to do in order to avoid to be destroying by the manipulator. So you have the decision to take and you have to insist. You have to resist in your positions. So the manipulator is very jealous when you will receive your own mother at home and she will rather she's happy. The manipulator, your partner will try to to throw away your mother because manipulator is always looking for in our environment somebody who is suffering. So you have to say that girl is my mom, so let me do myself at bed, let me wash his clothes because when you do it, you will avoid that the manipulator will go near your mother and try to fight against your mother. The manipulator is not violent. The fight against his anxiety. So she'll try to fight against everybody in his errors. When you are in the company and you discover the person who is the boss of the other and the other are refusing his order and he have always the difficulty with the other, you responsible of your company, you want to make money, you want to save money, you have to neutralize the person in our society who is destroying the peace in your company. You have to avoid that in the contact in the other. You have to avoid all his contact with the other because when the manipulator is in a society, you have to destroy him. You have to throw them in the bottom. You have to show them that there are nothing at all. When we'll go in the video too, and you take the example of the building of the school, and we realize that that person who is in the herd and is building his own house in the village, you haven't to fight against the manipulator. It doesn't matter. You say him, we you have all in the future to take all your thing, and you have to build your own house in your part, and let us follow the building on our school. We it's very bad for you to build easily your school without fighting in the village. So to recover the manipulator, so you have to neutralize all his bad behaviors. You have to master all things you like to do, and you have to protect the other member of the society against the manipulator. So thank you for you. So for you newcomer, you have to subscribe in my video, and you have to click in the bell in order to have the other video. So that's why we have to follow the manipulator. So sometimes the manipulator isn't violent. No, the manipulator is fighting against his anxiety. The manipulator is not aggressive. He defends himself against his fear. He's always stressed, so he's fighting all the time against his stresses. He have a lot of problem. You have to help him to resolve his problem. If you want to be the head, if you want to be the best, you know he's a manipulator, you have to avoid that it to be the candidate in order to have that positioned. So the manipulator is sick. He cannot help somebody. He cannot help himself because he's sick. He's always looking how to show that is the smartest, is the prettiest, is the busiest, is capable. So the manipulator have all the problem, but you have to follow him. You have to keep him in the society and follow all his movement, all his habit, all his behavior in order to avoid that it destroy all the member of the society, to avoid that it destroy all your subjects. So So, in the summarize, you have not to go away from a manipulator. You have to keep him in the society and master all his behaviors. So, so it's the better method in order to take care of the manipulator. Thank you very much. And see you for the next video.